What's up, guys? What's up? Let me adjust this a bit. Wanted to go live here. Standing for the first time in a long time. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Wanted to give you guys some energy today. What's going on, Lat Squad King? Hey, reach out to me. If you want, reach out to me, Lat Squad. We can do this Skype session after I get done with this video. Reach out to me, man. We can do that today, for sure. Let's see here. Got a lot of new followers, some new people joining, hopping on. I wanted to give you guys some quick, some energy, some motivation, some inspiration today, about, following your dreams. And as cliche as it might sound, sometimes we just need to hear the messages that, they're generic. Like, don't give up, don't quit, follow your dreams, go for it. Like, sometimes you need to hear that, because I'm actually going to take a seat because I don't like this angle. But sometimes we need to hear those messages again and again and again, because sometimes life gets tough. Sometimes, you might be going through some things. You might be going through some adversity. You might be going through a tough time. What's going on, Mac Mike? Feel free, drop a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from, too. So you might be going through some tough things, but you can't let that decide your dreams. You can't let temporary negative circumstances dictate your successful long-term results. No great person, no great achiever has ever said, oh, my circumstances got the best of me, or, my parents didn't go for their dreams, so why should I? Or, where I'm from, nobody makes it out, and my friends held me back. Like, those are all excuses. Like, everybody's got a story. Everybody's got, negativity around them, circumstances that aren't favorable. But it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about what you allow that to make you become into. It's about how you use those circumstances or that negativity or that adversity to propel you into your future, to make you better, not bitter, to allow you to grow. You can look at every negative circumstance as an opportunity to grow, to go for your dreams more than you have in the past, because things could be getting worse for you, or you could be running out of time. So you could use it as motivation. Use it as motivation. Like, if I don't go for my dreams today, who's to say I'll have the same opportunity tomorrow to make the same thing happen? Who's to say a year from now or 5 years from now you have the same ability to go for your dreams today, or in the future? So you use it as motivation, right? Like, use it as motivation. Like, we're all getting older. We're all getting older. Not one of us is ever getting younger. So use that as motivation to go for it today, right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not a month from now, not a year from now. Like, go now. Like, now is the acronym for no opportunity wasted. I got that from Eric Thomas. No opportunity wasted. Live in the now and don't let any opportunity go to waste. Every day is a new opportunity. Every day is a new start. If you want a better now, a better life, a better, future, you got to let go of the past. Let go of your failures. Let go of mistakes. Let go of what's happened to you in the past. Let go of the idea and the mental concepts you have about yourself, the way you think you are, the way you think you have to be, the way you think things will go. Let go of that stuff. Let go of that weight. Let go of the drama, right? Less negativity, more positivity. Confident expectations. Beliefs create your reality. So focus on the things that you want. Focus on where you're going, not where you might be now. because right now might not be the best opportunity for you, or right now your circumstances might not be the best, or whatever. But where you're going is a different place. Like, use the future to inspire you, but don't be stuck in the future land. Don't write your goals out as if I will accomplish this. Write your goals down as if you've accomplished them in the now, right here, right now, instead of in the future. Write them down as if they've already come to pass and you've already achieved them. That's how goal achievers write and set their plans and their goals out, is as if they've already happened. Because you got to get in that frame of mind where life is happening in the present, and everything you ever do is always going to come from this moment. The future is going to be a present moment, and the past, we're all present moments. So learn to live in the present, and you can go slow and you can go fast. So you don't have to be super slow. You don't have to be like a 80-year-old grandma. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying be fully immersed, be fully present in the now, and you can still go fast. You can do things quickly. You can move towards your dreams fast, even living in the now. Contrary to the belief, you might think, well, I got to go fast, but that's your mind talking. You don't want your mind to dictate your life. You don't want to give every thought you have energy and attention, because not every thought you have needs it. Not every thought you have is good. You want to weed out the negative crap, and you want to water and you want to grow and plant positive seeds every single day. Every single day is a day to water your garden. Your mind is your garden, and your mind and what's going to come from your life, the results, is going to be dictated by two things, basically. What you think and what you do every day. Because what you think really leads to, how you feel. It affects your emotions, and all of those things, they affect your results too. They affect your results because they determine your actions and the behavior you have. What's going on, Corey Byler 1? You guys, if you like this stuff, this is why I do these videos, to help inspire you guys, because sometimes I lose track because I've had success. I've closed big sales. I've become a successful Twitter coach. I've done the work from home for over a year, but you gotta, if you're at a beginner stage, you really gotta go for your dreams. Even if your parents didn't go for your dreams. Even if, yeah, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. Even if your friends might make fun of you or mock you, you still gotta go for it. Like, you can't, you're writing your life story and you have the pen. You can't put the pen in someone else's hand. It's up to you to determine what you want to create. There's a lot of things you're gonna learn along the way, especially when you become more advanced, and you'll know as you go, like, you're learning and you're growing, you become a new person. Like, who I am today is not the same person a year and a half ago or a year ago. And the same thing happens to you, and it's probably happened to you if you're a student of personal development. If you study and you grow and you work on yourself every day, you know that you're changing, and that it's not always easy, because most people, they don't do that. Most people are stuck, but they choose that. They choose to stay in a job that doesn't satisfy them, that they don't like their income. They want to make more money. They want to run a business. They want to learn how to make money with social media, the internet, but they don't go for it. And then it's like insanity. So people in jobs or around people, whether it's family or friends or negative people, they stay around them, but they choose that, and then they want this, but they're doing these things that is not going to get those good results. Like, it's insanity. You can't do the same stuff over and over again and expect better, positive results. If you want to live your dreams, if you want to fucking achieve your goals, you got to go for it now. Like, there's no hesitancy. And if you want it bad enough, you will most likely get it. Now, with all that being said, sometimes you don't get everything you want in life. Like, everybody's got different circumstances. Everybody's got different circumstances, right? So I'm not saying be all pissed off all the time if you're not getting what you want, but I'm saying go for it. I'm saying reach for it, because in that process, I think you get aligned with your mission. I think we all have a purpose. We all have a purpose to live on this planet, and the only way you get it is by growing into it. You got to grow into it. And then down the road, you realize, oh, in the past, I was coming from ego, and now I'm coming from my higher self. Now I want to really do this and that, and the things in the past that I thought I wanted or I cared about, I don't really care about anymore. And you only learn that by going for it. And the sad thing is, a lot of people, they don't learn any of this stuff, ever. They go 60, 70, 80, 85, and they're dead. And they never even discovered, like, who they could have become, the things they could have done. Like, you can travel the world. You can live your dreams. You can work from home. You can quit your job and fire your boss and all that stuff. You can be a motivational speaker if you want. You can build a business full-time around whatever it is you want to do, but you got to go for it. And then in the process, it's not about adding. It's not about adding, really. Like, you become a person that you weren't in the past, which is great, but it's about removing. Most of all, it's about removing what you're truly not. It's about removing the bad from your life so that your true self can shine through. Like Michelangelo quote was like, I simply removed the marble around the structure that was not him or the structure. I probably botched the quote, but that's what it was about, is removing the stuff that's not your true self. And then when you get to that place, life becomes a lot more easier. It becomes a lot more peaceful when you live to serve others and you're not just thinking about yourself. Most people have problems that are drama all the time, that are negative, that are always complaining. They're stuck in their head. They're living in their ego. They're living in their mind. You're not your mind. You're not your thoughts. You're not your past. You're not your negative circumstances. And you're not your good results either. What you are is that everlasting, is that eternal, infinite, and this is more like deep stuff here I'm talking about. Stuff that I learned from Eckhart Tolle, my own beliefs, is like you are this infinite soul that technically has never been born and will never die. You're a part of God. You're a part of the infinite universe, right? So you're not actually your thoughts in your mind. You have a unique, divine, higher self personality, and it's your duty to let that shine through while you're on this planet. That's what I believe. That's why you're here. Everybody is supposed to do that. Everybody is supposed to do that. You're not destined to sweeping floors and washing toilets the rest of your life if you're in a menial labor, minimum wage job. That's just a temporary circumstance to help you get to where you're going. But like I said, the key is you gotta go for it. Like, you gotta go for it. I can feel for you if it's tough and you don't know what to do, but you gotta go for it. You just gotta go, because in that process you figure out who you're really not, and you figure out who you really are. And the stuff, the fake stuff, the negativity, the drama, the insensate, negative, unnecessary thoughts, those things begin to fade. And your life becomes a lot more peaceful when you come from your higher self. When you actually live with a purpose that's greater than just you making enough money to have freedom and do what you want. Eventually you will upgrade and you will graduate past that stage. And you might not even be at that stage, so you got to respect, everyone's at their own stage in life. And that's why in the Bible it says, do not judge. That's why great leaders, great motivational speakers do not judge, because everyone's at their own stage. You can't blame somebody who doesn't have the level of conscious awareness you can't blame them for where they're at, because they don't know any better, right? But it's up to you to listen to that inner voice, I believe, and go for it. And like I said, you will figure out what you really want, what really matters to you through that process. But you got to get out of the dog shit situation you're in first. You got to get out of that minimum wage job you hate. You got to stop hanging around, broke friends that don't have any intention of doing these things that I'm saying. They don't have an intention of bettering their lives. And you got to get away from those people, because they're dragging you down. They're holding you back. no matter how strong you think you are mentally,